Dear children, the topic called nutrition, as the organisms need to get a supply the food to the body to get energy, growth, and maintain against the diseases, as we came to know. So, how the organism supplies food is the main question here. Supply of food is in different way. Supply by self or bone, or supply from other organisms, by which the nutrition got divided into two types, as we discussed already. That autotrophic nutrition means self preparing nutrients, self getting nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition is the second part. So first we are starting with a first kind of nutrition called autotrophic nutrition. The organisms which are under this autotrophic nutrition are called as autotrophs. Example, plants, and in advance we can know that photosynthetic bacteria, some algae also. And these autotrophic organisms or autotrophic nutrition is possible by taking, yes, they depend not on other organisms, other living organisms, but they depend on naturally available materials like sunlight, carbon dioxide. Let us write, they use, these autotrophs will use sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. I am writing these in the formulas, in the form of formulas. Carbon dioxide, water formula is called H2O, and also they need, if sunlight, carbon dioxide, water is there, if these three only available, they cannot prepare. They need an important cell structure called as chloroplast. So which is not present in the case of animals, this chloroplast, so animals cannot prepare. These things we came to. Now these are called as the factors of photosynthesis. External, first three are called external factors, and the last one is called as internal factor. By combining all these four factors, autotrophic organisms will undergo a process called as, you know very well, the process called as photosynthesis. Why it is called photosynthesis? You know its meaning. Photo means light, synthesis means preparation. Using sunlight, they are preparing their own food. That's why it is called photosynthesis. Now come to the further discussions, dear children. These factors are very important for a autotrophic organism or a plant to do a process called photosynthesis. How they are depending on this, and how we came to know that. For example, if you observe a plant which is normally present outside, we don't think that it depends on sunlight. As it is outside, it is being in sunlight, that's all. But there are some great scientist work which proved that sunlight is very essential. If not present, not available, the plants will die. The scientists came to know. And later about the carbon dioxide got its importance, and water got its importance, and also chloroplast is very, very important. If not, these three factors cannot be combined, cannot be taken, and cannot be converted into food materials. So these factors were discovered first by many scientists, by different kinds of scientific works and scientific methods. The factors, discovery of these factors required for photosynthesis, it took place for a span of 300 years time. It is not a simple issue of discovering, identifying which factors are important, why they are important. If they are not there, what happens to the plant or autotroph. So here it is an important bit to you. The discovery of factors for photosynthesis taken place for how many years? For how many years taken place for the discovery of factors for photosynthesis? The answer is 300 years. You can note down some bits while listening the class itself. And next, so who are the list of scientists who came to know about these factors? Let us see. After knowing these, one scientist discovered importance of sunlight, one scientist about carbon dioxide, one about water, one about chloroplast and chlorophyll. So by combiningly, the photosynthesis has got erased. The process got photosynthesis. Let us see what are the scientists, who are those who discovered these factors individually. Let us see the list of factors: sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and chloroplast. And I also given the information about the scientists who observed, who discovered its importance in photosynthesis, in plant survival, in plant preparing its own food, called autotrophy. So coming to the first factor called sunlight, a great scientist called Jan Ingenhousz. The scientist who gave the importance of sunlight in photosynthesis is Jan Ingenhousz. You can note down a bit form. The importance of sunlight was given by Jan Ingenhousz. Now the importance of carbon dioxide in preparing food, in preparing its own food, was given by the next scientist called Moore. So these are the different scientists who discovered individual factors of photosynthesis. Next come to importance of water. If water is not there, plant growth will stops. What is essential? The essential nature of water was discovered by von Helmont. The next one called von Helmont. And the next one about the chloroplast, who discovered that leaves have a green colored structure called chloroplast. Inside chlorophyll is present, they can perform photosynthesis, a special unique process. It can be done only by chloroplast, not by any other structure in this world. So the unique structure called chloroplast was discovered by Julius Van Sachs. Some other additional scientists also there who helped them. We can see these discoveries of different factors done by different scientists in detail in the further discussions. So you can note down these, dear children. So it can be a form of question like, what are the factors of photosynthesis? Into which types they are divided? External factors, internal factors, what are those? And list out the name of the scientists who discovered these factors. It is enough to explain this in your answer. So let us see what happened next and how much time it taken place for scientists to discover these factors. We came to know already 300 years of time, and later we will go with by combining all these important aspects, a formula for photosynthesis was prepared, formulated, because every process will be in a short form to represent in a formula, equation. That is called equation. So let us we start with the discovery of the equation for photosynthesis, because these are the factors required for photosynthesis. All these factors combinedly do a process called photosynthesis. Let us see how the equation was discovered and who was discovered this. Before that, a topic is there in our textbook about the importance of water first. It is already there in your 7th class science about von Helmont and its importance in water. First we discuss that. Later we will move on to the equation for photosynthesis. Who gave the equation or formula for photosynthesis?